Welcome to Networking and Marketing Made Simple. My name is Scott Aaron, and each week we're going to take a behind the scenes look at all things LinkedIn marketing, LinkedIn networking, and how to get what you have in front of more people. So, thank you for joining me, and let's dive on in. LinkedIn live events. That is something that some people know about. It's also something that people may not know about. And what I want to do in this episode and this training is to really highlight 3 reasons why, if you're not implementing a once a month LinkedIn live event, 3 reasons that I go over today are going to make you want to. And for good reason. They help with doing so much for your business. We're going to cover those 3 things today. But before we dive in, I do get people reaching out to me quite often about, where do I get started on LinkedIn? And for a lot of you that may not know this, every single one of our profiles has an SEO score. That means search engine optimization. LinkedIn is a search engine, just like Google and Yahoo. And if your profile is not optimized the right way, well, number one, you're not going to appear in the right searches and search results on LinkedIn. But also, it's going to limit your ability to appear on the first search result page, which is going to give you ultimate visibility. So if you're listening to this or if you're watching this and you want to learn how to get started on optimizing your LinkedIn profile, if you're watching on social, whether that be Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn, if you type the word free in the comments, I will send you the link where you can download my 6 steps to a perfect LinkedIn profile infograph. If you're listening on the podcast, all you have to do is go to the description of the episode, and you'll see right there is a hyperlink that you can click and you can download it yourself. So if you want to learn how to increase the SEO score of your LinkedIn profile, type free in the comments if you're watching on social. If you're listening on the podcast, just go to the description and you can click there. So 3 reasons of why you should be doing a LinkedIn live event. Well, I'm going to go over the 3 tips, and then I'm going to describe to you how it should be set up. And in future trainings, I'm actually going to do a complete setup for you. But it's really important because it allows you to gather your ideal audience in one place. So just so many of you that don't know this, when you create a LinkedIn event, you can only invite your first connections. You can't invite second connections. It's not a public thing. It's something that you have to, if you want people to attend, you have to invite people that you're actually connected to. So just as an example, if you were a coach or a consultant that focused on a specific industry or demographic. So say that you were a coach or a consultant that worked with lawyers, right? What you could then do is create an event on LinkedIn that is geared towards something that you maybe teach in your course, in your coaching program, or what you consult on. And when you go and create this LinkedIn live event, obviously you need to have 2 things. Number one, you need to have either StreamYard or Restream, which are third-party streaming software sources that you can connect back to your LinkedIn, which is very easy to set up. I like StreamYard. It's great. I can actually leave the link. If anybody wants to set theirs up, I can give you the link to do it right through my referral source of StreamYard. It's awesome. It's completely free. And outside of that, when you obviously are streaming from Restream or StreamYard to this LinkedIn live event, the other thing that you need to know is it gives you the ability, when you're selecting people to invite, you can invite per industry. So if you're that coach or consultant that focuses on the law profession, basically you can filter all of your connections down to just invite law professionals. So it's a great way to gather your ideal audience in one place, because if the topic of what you're teaching and training on is something that's going to help your ideal client, you better believe they're going to attend. And it's a great way to huddle them all in one place. But here's the other thing, why I say monthly, right? LinkedIn Live event. Well, you should be continually growing your audience on LinkedIn, meaning you should be connecting every day. So if you're that coach or consultant, you should still be connecting with other law professionals or whoever your ideal audience is every day. Because if you're doing it every month, now you have all new people to invite to that LinkedIn Live event. So you have a fresh audience and a growing audience every single time. So the first benefit is you can gather your ideal audience in one place. Now, the second thing that I think folds into why, and one of the main reasons why you should be doing a monthly LinkedIn Live event, is you can showcase your expertise. So many people reach out to me and say, well, how do I convert more sales? How do I close more clients? My rebuttal is, what are you actually doing that's highlighting and showcasing your expertise? What are you doing that's allowing these people to see your skill set, to see your brilliance? Doing this once a month LinkedIn Live event allows you to show your ideal audience what you're an expert in. This is a great way to showcase yourself. So many people, yes, it's important to post regular content, image text posts, right? Poll questions, LinkedIn newsletter, all that. It's very important. But when people can spend 20 to 30 minutes of their time on this LinkedIn Live event and they see you in your brilliance, right? They see you doing what it is that you do every day for clients, and you're sharing this for free. You're showcasing that expertise. It really starts to position you not only as the expert, but as the go-to resource for that need that that person may have. So when you do these LinkedIn Live events, it becomes a business builder because it's allowing you your own stage, right? You don't need a PR team for this. You're not having to fly somewhere to do a keynote. You can create your own monthly keynote where you have your own stage that you're speaking on and your ideal audience sitting right there watching you. So when you do these LinkedIn Live events, you can showcase your expertise. Now, the third and final thing that it does that I feel a lot of people don't know about is that it allows you to build your email list outside of LinkedIn. I've talked about this before. One of the main reasons why you should be on LinkedIn, and one of the main things that I teach people that I work with on LinkedIn, whether it's my one-on-one consulting or coaching, in our group mastermind, my LinkedIn Accelerator group coaching program, is to teach people how to make these connections online and make those connections and bring them offline. Social media is rented land. If you don't have a way to move these connections into email subscribers where you can then nurture them in some other way, shape, or form, it's doing you no good. So to give you an example, you could do this LinkedIn Live event, and I'm going to go with the example that I was giving. Say I'm a coach and consultant that works with law professionals, right? So I'm inviting all these lawyers to this LinkedIn Live event. I'm teaching them and I'm training them for 20 or 30 minutes on something they need to know. And it could be a piece of the framework of something that I teach in a course, a program, anything. At the end of that 20 to 30 minute free LinkedIn Live event, I give a call to action. If anyone that has spent any time with me on here and you've enjoyed this training and you would like to learn more deeply about how you could work with me or some programs that I can offer you to help you achieve X, Y, and Z, all you have to do is type the word me, M-E, in the comments, and I will send you my calendar link so we can schedule a time to talk, or here's my resource, or X, Y, and Z. When the right people show up for these LinkedIn Live events and you've given them such value, they're going to want more value from you. So they're going to want to take that next step. So even if there's 100 people on there and only 10 people want to take the next step, guess what? That's 10 connections that you've converted into email subscribers. And it could grow from there. But just think about those 10 warm people that are now on your email list. That could lead to more sales and other things that you're doing. So when you can start to look at the LinkedIn Live event through a different scope, that it allows you to, again, gather your ideal audience in one place. It allows you to showcase your expertise, and it allows you to build your email list outside of LinkedIn. It changes the game. So if someone was wondering, all right, well, where do I go on LinkedIn to even do this, right? So when you're on the LinkedIn homepage and you scroll down on the left-hand side, you're going to see, it says at the very bottom, it'll see saved events, groups, or saved items, groups, and events. All you have to do is click on events. And this is where you can actually create your own event. So the top right, you'll see create an event and you click on it. Now it's going to ask you for a cover image, which you can create on Canva, and you can use the YouTube thumbnail sizing where you can create it right then and there. Obviously, you're going to be the organizer, and then the event type is either going to be online or in person. So you can select the format, and there's 3 that you can select: audio event, LinkedIn Live, external event. You would select LinkedIn Live. You would then name the event, the time zone, start and end time, and the description. And then it would be created. And then all you have to do is, after it's created, start inviting the right people to it. And I'll tell you, yes, it may sound like a lot in the very beginning, but I can promise you, after you get the first one done, it's a game changer. And make it a monthly thing. Make it part of your lead gen and sales strategy to get in front of your right target audience. Just like I said, you're your own best PR department. You're standing on that stage speaking to that audience of people that want what you have to offer. So if you haven't thought about really leveraging LinkedIn Live events into your marketing, branding, sales, and lead gen strategy, hopefully after this training and after this episode, you'll want to do so. So check it out. So before we sign off, again, if you're looking to raise the SEO score of your LinkedIn profile, so not only do you appear in more searches on LinkedIn, but even Google and Yahoo, just type the word free in the comments if you're watching on social, or if you're listening on the podcast. All you have to do is go to the description and you can download it from there. And I don't know if I've said this yet, but I just want to give a heartfelt and grateful thank you to each and every one of you that listens along to this podcast and watches these trainings. So for those of you that did not know, my podcast officially hit the 1 million download mark after 6 years. And I am just super grateful. That's 1 million different people that have listened to this podcast. And it's wild and it's crazy. And it couldn't have been made possible if it wasn't for all of you. So a heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you for continuing to support me. So I do hope that you found this training and this episode super helpful. And I'm hoping that it's going to open up your eyes and your mind to considering to do a monthly LinkedIn Live event. So everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. Love and gratitude. And I'll talk to you next time. Thank you so much for checking out today's episode. If you could, please support this podcast by hopping over to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or any place that you're listening to this. Leave us a rating and review. Let us know what you loved most and what you would like to hear more of. But also, if you would like to learn how to take your business to the next level, whether it's using LinkedIn or working directly with myself and Nancy in our intimate group coaching programs, you can head over to www.thetimetogrowth.com or scottaaron.net to learn more. Thank you again for your support, love and gratitude, and I'll talk to you soon.